Hello, Math Humans. We're going to do D5 today. We're going to be solving some radical equations. Our objectives are that we're going to solve the radical equations by graphing. So I put a remember here. So remember, if you are solving a radical equation by graphing, or any equation by graphing, that means that you have to sketch and label the graph as part of your work. So we just have two quick examples today, like you use. So it's actually a pretty short video. How cool is that? So for our first example, I want to solve by graphing. And I'm going to have the equation, the square root of 4 minus 5x is equal to 7. And we've done lots of situations similar to this before. The only thing that's changed is the type of equation that we're using. So I'm going to make this be y1, and I'm going to make this be y2. So in my calculator, I would enter the square root of 4 minus 5x, and I would enter the horizontal line, y is equal to 7. So I bring in my handy-dandy grapher, and I'm going to go to my y equals, and I'm going to clear what's there. And I'm going to do the square root of 4 minus 5x, and I'm going to do 7. And the piece that I'm noticing as you guys work on your classwork is that you are not doing a zoom 6. So remember that I always want to go back to my standard viewing window. So I'm going to do zoom 6. So here comes the square root function. And then there is the horizontal line, y is equal to 7. So to find the point of intersection, I'm going to do second calculate, and then I'm going to do 5 for intersect. So second calculate 5, and I'm actually going to trace the straight line because the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. I'm going to get close, and I hit enter, enter, enter. Okay, and it tells me that the point of intersection is negative 9, 7. So I'm going to sketch my graph. So I had it coming in like this, and this is y1. And then I had a point of intersection, kind of a crappy graph, sorry. This is y2, and that point of intersection, x is a negative 9. So remember, when we report, we always have to report as something equals a quantity. Okay? All right, so now let's go to our second example. Told you, super simple today, and we only have two quick examples. So again, I want to solve by graphing. And I'm going to be given the equation, the fourth root of 3x plus 7 minus 1 equals 0. So I'm going to start by moving the 1 to the other side. So I'm going to write the fourth root of 3x plus 7 is equal to a positive 1. And when I put this in my calculator, I'm going to do 3x plus 7, and I'm going to raise it to the 1/4 power is equal to 1. This is going to be my y1. This is going to be my y2. So I'm going to put those two equations in my calculator. So the first one is 3x plus 7 raised to the 1 divided by 4. And then my second one is y is equal to 1. And I'm going to do a zoom 6. So here comes my graph. And I'll include my graph. All right, so I have, here's my graph going that way. This would be y1. And then I have this graph going this way. That's going to be y2. The point of intersection is right there. So second, calculate 5 for intersect. And I'm just going to get close, enter, enter, enter. And it shows me that that point of intersection is, that point is negative 2, 1. So then I would report my solution, x is a negative 2. Alrighty. So just a couple of things to mention before we're done that I've noticed from people working on the problems in class. remember that if I want to do the cube root of x, that's the same thing as x to the 1/3, okay? And so when I put it in my calculator, I think this is easier than trying to do this in your calculator. So I think this is a little bit more straightforward. If you have one of the little old black calculators, you would do whatever's inside, caret, and then you have to do 1 divided by 3, and the entire fractional exponent would have to be in parentheses. So you want to make sure you're doing that if you're using one of the little old graphers. Another example would be if I'm doing the 5th root of x plus 7, then I would rewrite that, making sure that I use the parentheses, raised to the 1/5. And then that's easier. If I did this in an older calculator, it would be x plus 7, caret 1 divided by 5, close parentheses. All right, my dears, that is it for today. That is a spanking short video. Lucky you. I'll see you soon.